Please welcome to the stage Salamishah Tillet, co-founder of the Courage Fund.
So thank you, Sarita, Ted, Ta-Nehisi, and Charles, and thank you all for being with us this evening. It is my profound honor to be with you all here today because I did not think this day was possible. So I say this as a student of Black history and as a Black feminist scholar, as a cultural critic, and the co-founder of A Long Walk Home. But mainly, I say this as a victim of childhood sexual assault myself, as well as a college rape survivor twice over. I did not know this evening was possible because there were once minutes and months of my life that I did not think I would survive, much less be able to celebrate those women who helped many of us get to tomorrow. Activist, writer, cultural worker, and filmmaker, Aishah Shahidah Simmons, knew none of this when we first met 26 years ago while attending the book party for Charlotte Pierce Baker's just published Surviving the Silence, Black Women's Stories of Rape. She knew more of my story when she interviewed Scheherazade and me in her film, No, the Rape documentary, a few years later. Back then, we did not even have a name for Scheherazade's photographing my recovery from sexual assault and our eventual performance, Story of a Rape Survivor, which became the first program of A Long Walk Home. Debuting in 2006, it took Aishah 12 years to complete No, the first documentary to focus exclusively on African-American girls and women and their experiences of sexual violence. In the spirit of her mentor, Toni Cade Bambara, she made socially responsible cinema that blended realism, poetry, archival footage, and dance to ground us in the tragic truth of intersectional oppression, while also revealing the remarkable tradition of Black women's resistance and Black survival. Unfortunately, Aishah often paid too high a price. She was rejected by too many funders to mention, as well as racial justice movement friends who felt that she, as a visibly out Black lesbian, had a, quote, axe to grind with Black men. More than 20 years before On the Record, the documentary about the sexual allegations against Russell Simmons, appeared on HBO Max, an HBO executive wrote to Aishah to explain why they could not air her film. Let's face it, very unfortunately, most people don't care about the rape of Black women and girls, the producer wrote. And therefore, we're concerned that there won't be many viewers who will tune in to watch No, were we to air it on our network. That Aishah persisted, finished the film, and continued to launch other projects like her most recent Love with Accountability, a healing space for diasporic Black child sexual abuse survivors and their advocates, we can clap for that, is a testament to her clarity, her conviction, and her community of supporters, which also included the filmmaker Orlando Bagwell, when he was a program officer here at Ford, to ensure that No reached the finish line. Earlier this month, Ta-Nehisi Coates, our fellow co-founder of the Courage Fund, our friend, our dear brother, shared the following in The Message, his latest book, which is about the failure of narratives and the possibility of solidarity and allyship. So I'm going to quote Ta-Nehisi a bit here. I'm writing in the wake of Me Too, which was, among everything else, a movement birthed by words. For it is one thing to sketch a world where sexual assault is a problem in the workplace, and quite another to detail Manhattan offices with rape doors, or star anchors ambushing assistants on vacation, or actors who claim to be male feminists but leave a trail of abuse behind. What I remember reading the investigative pieces on these cases is how all the activists and academic jargon, all the talk of patriarchy and rape culture and male privilege became solid and embodied in a way that did not just leave me convinced, but implicated me. It was not news to me that I was privileged as a man, but I now felt that privilege with a new horror. I thought about my own career and understood that whatever challenges, a rape button did not rank among them. So before Me Too emerged as the world's largest social media movement, Aishah Shahidah Simmons had long created a movement of her own. Traveling through cities, visiting college campuses, and traveling to other countries to fundraise and share the message of no. She launched makeshift campaigns everywhere she went for underserved rape survivors, especially Black women and girls, to be heard, to heal, and to have a sense of justice and to save themselves. And so now it is my great honor to invite her to join me on stage and receive the inaugural 2024 Courage Fund Award from the Courage Fund for her path-breaking film, No, the Rape Documentary, her visionary leadership with love with accountability, and her lifetime commitment to ending sexual abuse. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Aishah, for all that you've done and continue to do for us all.
Thank you. It's beautiful. All right. All right, so I have some notes and we are on a time limit. So I will say, I begin by honoring the ancestors whose spirits guide me, those whose strength flows through my veins. I remember Granny, Rhoda Bell, Talbot Temple Robinson, Hudson Douglas, Aunt Jessie Neal Hudson, Nana, Rebecca White Simmons Chapman, Nana, Juanita Cranford Robinson Watson, Aunt Elizabeth White Patterson, and cousin Margaret White Palmer, among others. I also recognize those not related by blood: Harriet Tubman, Ida Wells Barnett, Ella Baker, Siaji Baking, Reverend Dr. Leon Wright, Audre Lorde, my teacher, Tony K. Bambara, Denise Cecile Jones, and Dr. Bernice Johnson Regan. Their courage fuels my own. I express my profound gratitude to my divorced parents, Michael Simmons, who is here, and Dr. Gwendolyn Zahara Simmons. At 79 and 80, they have devoted their lives to the relentless pursuit of peace and justice, both in the US and around the globe. Thank you for giving me life and for raising me to fight the power and stand against injustice, even if I am the lone voice. Little did they know how deeply that teaching would resonate with my life. I bow deeply to the love we share, grounded in accountability. To my beloved partner and fiancé, Sheila Alexander Reed, you are my rock, unwavering in your support amidst your own demanding, high-powered life. You are my tear catcher, my dream holder, my shoulder to lean on, and my trusted confidant. I love you fiercely now and always. I am surrounded by so many in this room and beyond who have supported me in countless ways for the past 30 years and longer. I love you, and I'm deeply grateful for each of you. Finally, I reflect on my 12-year journey to create No, the Rape Documentary, which began with Tamara Xavier in October 1994, at a time when Black women and girls who dared to speak out against intracommunal sexual violence were often labored traitors, and Black lesbians were seen as a threat to our community. To receive the incredible news that I'm being honored along with my sister Sparkle, the inaugural Courage Award, exactly 30 years later, is a powerful testament that my work was not only worth the risks I took, but also the tremendous sacrifices I made. I extend my heartfelt thanks to the founding members of the Courage Award, Ta-Nehisi Coates, Kamilah Forbes, Salamishah Tillet, Scheherazade Tillet, Ted Bunch, and Tony Porter. I thank you to Portia Gardner, Kelly Gerard, Charles Blow for honoring my journey. I'm truly humbled and profoundly grateful to receive this award from these trailblazing Black change makers, two of whom, Salamishah and Scheherazade, I have loved and cherished for 26 years. Abolition now, love with accountability, free Sudan, Palestine, Congo, Lebanon, Haiti, Myanmar.
In all countries ravaged by genocidal violence, may all beings everywhere and without exception be free from greed, hatred, and delusion. Ashe.